Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining our webinar. Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Buy Now, Pay Later program, what it's all about. We're also going to talk about how ambassadors can engage with the program and how you can benefit from promoting this initiative. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, and I'm going to go to our presentation. Here we go. As you know, our Buy Now, Pay Later program allows you to make a purchase of Unicoins and then make that payment in installments. So it makes it easier to invest in Unicoins. You're already familiar with Unicoin, and you know we're currently in the pre-sales stage. We're planning to launch Unicoin as a smart coin this year. You are already familiar with our goals of having a more solid coin that addresses all the problems that cryptocurrencies face today, which are connected mainly with being extremely volatile. So the market is unstable. A lot of people dump their coins and then the values go down because there's nothing backing the value of those coins. In the case of Unicoin, we're trying to build a very strong portfolio of assets that it's going to help us make sure that our coin is tied to real value, right? So either from the equity of the companies that we have invested in through Unicorn Hunter Show and so on, as well as real estate and other type of assets that we are receiving through swaps or even through the Buy Now, Pay Later program. And of course, those assets also include cash, cryptocurrencies, and so on, right? So here, as a comparison with Bitcoin, you know, Unicoin has a lot more solidity to it because you know who the founders are. You know, Alex Konanikian and Salvina Moschini are extremely visible. You can reach out to them. Silvina especially, she's a news, she has appeared in the news widely in many important networks like CNN, for example. In terms of Unicoins, we're also hoping that, well, our goal is also that Unicoin is going to be dividend paying. As we were just mentioning, Unicoin has equity from many different companies, 6 now from the Unicorn Hunter shows. So as those companies start producing revenue, we'll be able to distribute that revenue between our shareholders as well. And then we've got a lot of media presence, and of course, with having this portfolio of assets that it's backing the value of the coin, our goal is to make it more stable. So that's what I was telling you about Unicoin reaching out to the public and trying to become a household name with several appearances in Forbes, People's Magazine, CNN Business, and many other news outlets. And so far, we have been very successful. You know, we started the Unicoin project in February, and we've already managed to sell $350 million worth of Unicoin. And this is really impressive, especially considering that we are on a crypto winter and that there were many negative news out there regarding the cryptocurrency ecosystem. But we've been able to surf the wave, as they say. And of course, our objectives is to become one of the leading cryptocurrencies in the world. And as I mentioned, we're going to be listing this year. So we hope to be in exchanges no later than mid-year. It's really also important to mention that we are a registered company in the United States. We follow the SEC regulations, and we are also audited each year. So that should also give a lot of peace of mind to investors that our company has a lot of credibility behind it, and that it has solid processes, internal processes, to make sure that your investment is well taken care of. Especially regarding this program, in many other cryptocurrencies, you just go to the website, buy their currency, and that's it. But with Unicoin, you have like multiple ways, because we've got, we want to make sure that we're able to cater to different investors that are looking for different things in their investments. So the buy now, pay later is an offer that allows you to make a single purchase of Unicoins and then pay that purchase over the course of 5 years. So you're actually making your payment in installments. Maybe in some countries it's not something that people are very used to, but in Latin America, we're very used to buying things in installments. Like, for example, you would buy a new car and you would pay it in certain installments. Same thing with even a microwave, you can buy in installments. So it's a very common practice, and it just makes easier for people to be able to buy things they want and nice things for them, because it's a lot easier to make payments in installments, right? And you have 5 years to complete your payments. The additional benefit to it is that you're also buying at a discounted price, and I'll go into details here. Because the minimum investment that you're going to do is $25,000. You qualify for the 50% discount bracket. So that means that you're buying your Unicoins at 20 cents. And all you need is to have an approved collateral. And sometimes when I speak with investors, there's a lot of confusion between installment and collateral, and they're not the same thing. So collateral is basically an asset that you have that you're going to pledge. So it's like a security. The collateral is the security. So we're going to wait for you to make those 5 payments, but we're going to hold on to the collateral that you have pledged. When you complete all your payments, we give you back the collateral. So we don't keep it. We only keep it if you default, right? So as I was saying, the minimum purchase is $25,000, and you can use different assets as collateral. The collateral always has to be 20% of the total purchase price. So if you're going to invest $25,000, the asset that you use as collateral should be worth $5,000, right? So that's why at the beginning it was called 5-to-1, because everything you divide or multiply by 5. So that would mean that your asset would have to be 5,000, right? Because 5 times 5 is $25,000. Total purchase $25,000. Therefore, your collateral is 5,000. So it could be cash, it could be crypto, it could be any other asset that you have, stock, bonds. It could be real estate or art. But if you're going to select art, real estate, and stock, the minimum purchase, it's a little higher. It's $500,000 minimum, because it's a little bit more complex to manage those assets, right? Because, for example, for real estate, we have to have a special agreement, the same thing for stock. So there's a lot more requirements, and it's harder to manage those assets. That's why the minimum is higher. So as I was mentioning, so it's 5 installments that you're going to have. Each installment is 20% of your total purchase price. And it's also important to know that this investment has an interest charge, right? So there's an additional cost to the investment, which is this 10% over the balance. And this applies to every asset except for cash and crypto. So if you have selected cash and crypto as your collateral, you will not have to pay an interest fee. The other thing is that if you happen to go for real estate, stock, art, or whichever, and you say, well, maybe I'll just pay all the installments at once, that's going to make your interest fee 0, because it's always on the balance. So if you make payments in advance, that's going to reduce the interest, because your balance is going to go down as well. The benefits of if our predictions go well and we list at $1 per Unicoin, you can even consider that the investment is going to pay for itself, even considering the interest fee. And here's an example to make things perhaps a little bit more clear. So if you're going to make a total purchase of $25,000, that means that you're going to have 5 installments of $5,000 over the course of 5 years. If you use cash as a collateral, you're not going to be paying any interest. So it's straight out 25,000. It's the total purchase price. That's the investment cost right there. And that would require you to make an initial payment of $5,000, which is your collateral, right? And you can use that to offset the cost of the investment. So therefore, you also have the option in the future, once we're listed, to not send any more payments, because you can deduct the cost of the investment from the Unicoins that you have just purchased. So if you're going to obtain 125,000 Unicoins and you still need to pay $20,000 for the rest of the investment, you actually don't need to send us that money, because we can deduct that from the Unicoins that you're going to receive. So once we tokenize, we would, and you accept this arrangement, then we would drop in your wallet 105,000 Unicoins, and that's it. And then you can do anything you want with those Unicoins. So therefore, if you're a little short in cash, I think this is definitely the best option for you to start with Unicoin, to get yourself started and to start acquiring Unicoin. So to invest, all you have to do is go to our website, so unicoin.com/5Y, and you have to scroll down to the apply button. You'll see that there's like a banner at the top that says invest now. Well, skip the banner, because that will take you to the regular investment. You have to scroll down until you find the apply button. And the thing is that we have also created an ambassador link for our ambassadors to promote the program. And the good thing is that we're going to reward ambassadors with a 10% on monies collected. So going back to this example that I was giving you here. So if your total purchase of the investor you're referring is $25,000, and they deposit $5,000 now, then you're going to receive 10% of those $5,000. So your reward is going to be $500. And you can cash that in dollars, or you can cash that in Unicoins. It's up to you. And that's when someone is investing $25,000, right? So just, it could be a lot more, because there's no limit to how much you can invest in this program. The important thing is that we, as I was saying, we're generating a special link for ambassadors to use so that we can track. So if Jane invited Rachel to invest, Rachel is going to use a link that Jane is going to send her. So if you need that link, please send me an email after this call or when you can, and then we are going to send you a special link so that you can send to your referrals. That is going to allow us to track and see who you have referred, from those referrals who has paid, and then it's gonna make it a lot easier for everyone to make the calculations and make sure that we don't miss anything. You know, because sometimes someone you refer might go through with the investment and not tell you. So this way, you're gonna be able, everyone's gonna be able to know you and us as well. And we have also prepared a really nice toolkit for you to use. You're gonna have access to a presentation like this one. There's marketing materials that you can use, like banners for your emails and so on. And so that you can share information with the people you know. So that's about our presentation. So I also have to our website because I wanted to show you where they have to go. So you see there's an invest now button up here and apply now. Skip those. You have to go all the way down to this button here, the one that is next to the coins. So once they click on the apply button, that's gonna take them to the form that they need to fill out with the total purchase that they're going to do and the type of collateral that they're going to use. Cash, crypto, shares, real estate, or other if there's something that you don't see here that you want to use. The other thing that we want to share with you is the calculator. So if you have questions as to how anything it's you're supposed to work out the numbers, you can use our calculator here. So here you can have the calculation of interest. So the only thing you have to type is here the gray cell. So just ask your investor or ask yourself how much it is that you want to invest. Say you want to invest $50,000, that's your total purchase price, and everything is gonna populate on its own. So it's gonna tell you that the collateral that you need to use is 10,000, that if you use, say for example, shares, or you use Unicoin or anything else other than cash and crypto, you're gonna have an interest charge here as well, 15,000. It's gonna show you how much you have to pay each year. And then it's gonna give you two options. You know, if you have gone for cash, then of course you're not gonna have any interest charge. So it's gonna show you your potential profit. And if you have selected any other type of assets, then it's gonna show you here the potential profit, also taking into consideration the interest charge. So basically, that's it. I hope it was clear for everyone. And if you have any questions, just feel free to make your questions now, or you can reach out to me anytime. You know, I'm very active over WhatsApp as well. So if you find that I'm taking too long responding to emails, just feel free to call me or drop me a text over WhatsApp. So thank you so much, everyone. Stay in touch then. Take care. Bye.